Hello everyone, my name is Guadalupe Sallas and I'm going to talk about A Farewell to Arms. This novel was published in 1929 when its author Ernest Hemingway was 30 years old. By then, this American writer had already lived some of the many fascinating experiences that marked him for life, such as serving on the Italian front during World War I as an ambulance driver, just like the protagonist of A Farewell to Arms, Lieutenant Frederick Henry. Well, the title of the book is said to be based on a verse attributed to George Beale, a 16th century poet. This poem is about a soldier who must lay down the weapons with which he has served for years to engage in other tasks more appropriate for an advanced age. In this line, we can see the relevance of its title, A Farewell to Arms, to Queen Elizabeth, to Hemingway's novel regarding the military theme and the melancholy that follows having witnessed a harsh reality from such a central point as that of soldiers on the battlefield. It could be said that Ernest Hemingway's writing corresponds to the war novel genre, since it is a work whose plot unfolds in a wartime context, where its protagonists play crucial roles during their time on the battlefield. These actions, in turn, leave their mark on the characters' future, as they cannot completely detach themselves from the devastating effects of war on their physical and mental well-being. However, we can and should also talk about a romantic story within A Farewell to Arms, experienced in fiction by the protagonists, Frederick Henry and Catherine Barclay. The latter was an English nurse who, after getting to know and then taking care of the lieutenant, especially after a wound suffered during the fulfillment of his duty, decides to give love a second chance. But not everything will be rosy, because fate will force them to leave everything behind and try to find a place where they can be happy together, far from so many threats. Like a flower that blooms in the desert, the love and hope that emerge from the relationship of Frederick and Catherine contrast with the context in which they find themselves, leading to more personal conflicts with no easy way out for our protagonists. The fragility of that love amid chaos becomes a very important theme in the plot, as well as disillusionment in the face of the loss of ideals. As can be seen from all that has been said, the most recurrent themes in this story are the critique of the society of the time and the bitterness towards the war conflict. These are what place A Farewell to Arms within literary modernism. Despite Ernest Hemingway's writing style distancing itself from this movement by being much more concise and direct. While I typically read and positively appreciate literary texts of a similar nature, it has been the first time I have read one of Ernest Hemingway's writings, so I couldn't compare A Farewell to Arms with the rest of his works yet. However, I can say that I have definitely liked this work enough to recommend it to my fellow readers, especially those who enjoy sad endings and simple yet highly effective prose. To conclude, I leave you with a quote that I liked very much. It says, "The war breaks everyone, and afterward many are strong at the broken places. But those that will not break, it kills. It kills the very good, and the very gentle, and the very brave impartially. Omnia mors aequat." Am I right? Thank you for your attention. Regards.